Are you going to start?
Yeah, I'm going to start. I'm just waiting for you.
You start.
I know. I was
What do
waiting
you-
for you to tell me you're ready.
I just said we're ready.
No, you said let's roll, not I'm ready. I got to make sure I don't do it in a question.
This is how we're starting.
This is how we're starting. This is going to be a great episode.
I can't wait.
I am Brandon Johnson.
I'm Tyler Reckla, and this is the Synergy Code Podcast. So today, we're doing things a little bit different. So we are doing a Ask Me Anything type of episode. So you, the listeners, the viewers, sent us questions that you just generally wanted to know about what we do, who we are, and a little bit about the Synergy Code. So without further ado, let's get to it. So the first question we have, someone sent in and says, Tyler, you talk a lot about recovery and performance. What's one recovery habit most people overlook, but should absolutely be doing? That for me is, and I talk about all the time, it's just movement, right? So the biggest tool of recovery that you can absolutely do, besides all the gimmicks, the supplements, the services you can do, and all that, is just movement. So go walk. That's the biggest thing you can do.
How do you motivate people to take that action to start walking when they...
It's a recovery thing. That should be motivation enough. If you don't want to hurt, if you're done with a long workout and you're sore, go walk. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not saying walking, this is not motivation in as getting into shape or losing weight. This is recovery. That should be motivation enough.
How do you avoid them falling into the thinking that the newest fad on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, or whatever is better than spending money to go to your industry?
I have no idea. Just go. Once you do it and once you move, you get to moving. People try to make things, they overthink things, right? They get too granular with things. Just go move. That's all it needs to be. Because the more you can move, so the body only understands one language, and that's force, right?
Okay.
So if you're not doing anything, if the old adage for like bodybuilders was they'd get done with a heavy workout and they'd be in the gym for 2 or 3 hours hammering a certain body part, whether it's their legs, their chest, their back, whatever it is, and they go home like, oh, I can't move. I don't want to lose my gains, right?
Yeah.
Best thing to do to recover is a little bit more force,
Yeah.
but light force, right? And that's walking. Walking's force. Walking, you have gravity. That's a force.
Yeah.
So anytime you can get the body communicating, moving your blood around, forcing some blood around, shuttling your like your ground substance, every time you move a joint, that's lubricating for your joints, right? That's how you recover.
Yeah.
Right. We talked about DOMS before. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
So DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness.
Yep.
And if you don't want that, go walk, go move, go do some mobility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the one thing too about this question is you're talking about habit, right? And I saw something that I'm like, this is actually legit. It's the 2190 rule. And what it is it's 21 days to establish a habit and keep on the habit and 90 days to change your lifestyle. And so when you're sitting here giving the answer to this question that we received, that 2190 rule kind of plays a factor in if you truly want to be recovered in the right way, most efficient way for the long term, then you got to understand mentally that it's not going to happen 1 or 2 sessions. It's not going to happen in 1 or 2 hours.
Well,
that's going to take time.
That's more, I think you're thinking more like injury based, like people having major issues, chronic issues.
Would they come to you only for that?
I mean, they can. Yeah, for sure. I'm talking more acute things.
Okay.
So I'm talking more of like you did a workout, you're sore from that workout from that week. Not that you have like a chronic shoulder issue or a chronic hip issue. Because I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Walking in general is just a good tool to have, right? Whether you want to lose weight, get in shape, improve your heart health, improve your overall fitness, like it's just good in general. But it's also really good for recovery. There's a reason humans are great at 2 things physically. You know what those 2 things are?
Absolutely not.
They are great at walking/running,
Okay.
right? We're bipedal creatures, meaning we stand on 2 legs. We're really good at running, walking for distance. There's no other creature in the world that can outdistance us. Okay.
Even an ostrich?
Yeah.
What about a peacock?
Maybe a peacock.
Because peacocks do fly. It's like the Odd Guys, right?
The other guys.
The other guys.
Yeah.
I'm a peacock. You gotta let me fly.
Some people tell me that peacocks glide, but I think that's false. They do fly gracefully.
Have you ever seen a peacock fly? No.
No, but have you ever seen Batman and me in the same room? No, it means it could happen. I could be Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, I'm not sure where you're going with that one. But the other thing is throwing. So there's no other creature that can like throw
Makes
like
sense.
we can, besides chimps and other apes and stuff like that.
That's true.
But they still don't have the dexterity we have. So anyway, one of the best things we're good at is walking. That's what we're meant to do. So to answer that question, best thing you could be doing, a simple thing that everyone should do for recovery.
Yep.
Whether it's long-term, short-term, acute, chronic, whatever it is, walking, movement.
Awesome. No, I like it. That was good. I like that first question, especially to open up the episode. So the question that I received, or we received in my industry as an executive coach, was, what exactly is executive coaching? And is executive coaching technically just really expensive therapy for those that are successful? No, it's not. It's not therapy. One, as a coach, you're not a therapist. But what it is it's somebody that is willing to be available for you to bounce ideas off, for you to truly unleash your full potential on the career path that you want. Instead of the distractions of society telling you that it can't happen and you can't do it because society says it's not possible. An executive coach is a person that comes in and talks to you and guides you. We don't tell you what you need to do. We tell you, hey, you could do this. We will never say you should. We'll say, oh, you could do this, X, Y, Z. And what do you think? What do you determine would be the best path, right? And if you're like, hey, cool, I'm thinking about doing this, but I'm afraid of failing. Well, in my industry, we would be like, why are you afraid of failing? And then we'd ask you like thought-provoking questions. An aspect of my favorite one right now is, if you removed fear from change, what would change look like? And if you're afraid of what if you fail, flip it around. What if you succeed? So executive coaching is really just.
I was going to say, that seems like a really long-winded answer, right?
Yeah.
So let me kind of reframe that, because I try to do it all the time, and we've recently had this discussion of how do I sell you? How do I promote you? Because I know what you do, but I don't know how to verbalize it. I don't know how to communicate that to people. Recently, we had Brandon went through and did some of his stuff with my team, right? With the top tier team. And that was really cool. We did that this last Monday, and it was neat to get a snapshot of your I got this framework, right? Which was really, really cool. I think it really helped motivate my team. It helped motivate me. I think it was really neat. Made me really not second guess things, but take another look at things, right? To really look at some of the things I was doing and why, and have that, like, I know my why, but I don't know my why.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, I know why I'm doing things. I just don't have it written out or verbalized. I don't know how to verbalize it very well.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that we talked about during your coaching session, right, with the team was knowing why you're doing things and knowing what's motivating you to get to the next level.
Absolutely. So to sum it up, basically in simple terms, is we like to challenge your current performance to completely unleash what you're fully capable of. That's the simplest terms that I can do, right? Because my one thing that I love to ask people is, what's your purpose? What's your passion?
Mm-hmm.
And if your purpose and a passion is aligned with what you're currently doing, cool, but you can do more, and you can always do more. And understanding that you're not stuck where you're at, that is a motivator in itself with a lot of people, because a lot of people think that 9-to-5 work is that's what their life is going to be like. But it's like, if you think that you want to be a business owner, cool, what's stopping you? And then that's where that question is, well, what if I fail? Well, what if you succeed and you create the next $1 billion company that is competing with Elon Musk, or the next, Google company that's even way better? You know what I mean? And it's really motivating people to see a different perspective. And like I like to tell you is, I love to push you out of the people pile. Stop going with the status quo and start blazing your own path on your terms.
So to sum it up, if someone was to ask me, hey, what does Brandon Johnson do? And I say he's an executive coach. What is an executive coach? Give me one sentence I could tell somebody.
Ooh, good question. So the one question or the one sentence I would love for you to say is, he is a guy that is in the business of motivating you to see your full potential and succeed on your terms.
Cool.
That's what I would say. That's my niche. That's what I love to do.
Right on.
So
cool. Okay. So our next question is, Tyler, how do you personally balance discipline with grace? What do you do when you fall off track, mentally and or physically? So even that's a really good question, because a lot of us in the health and wellness industry, like, we are some of the worst people taking care of ourselves. We're always focused on taking care of somebody else and making other people feel good. And you kind of let a lot of your health and wellness fall by the wayside. So for me is, I try to be as routine as possible.
Okay.
Right. So I have every morning, I have a routine that I do to get my body ready for the day. Right. So one thing I like to communicate with people, and I implement what I preach in this aspect of, if you're going for a workout, right? If you say you have an hour workout coming up, what do you do right before the workout?
Stretch.
You warm up, right?
Yeah.
Right. You're warming up though for what? An hour long workout, an hour and a half workout. What do you do for the rest of the day? The rest of the day, you're doing something for 16 hours a day.
Yeah.
Right. Do you warm up for your whole day?
No.
So for me, that's how I like to do it. I just like to stay routined. So I have my warm up, my routine, whatever you want to call it, in the morning, and that gets me kickstarted for the day. I generally eat the same thing almost every day, aside from dinner typically, but my breakfast and lunch almost all the time are the same. If they're not the same all the time, they're consistent for a period of time, and then I might switch it up, right? But it's being a creature of habit, I think, for me, is how I stay on track. And then when I fall off track, let's say I don't get into the gym for a week or so, the way I get back to it is just to do it. It's just to tell myself it's not the end of the world. I didn't fail. I just got to get back to it.
What is the biggest obstacle when you think of your mental and physical ability to stop you from falling off track?
Say that again.
What is the biggest obstacle that you deal with that prevents you from falling off track?
From falling off track?
Yeah.
Or you mean staying on track?
Staying on track. Sorry.
Okay,
Staying on track.
yeah.
My bad.
It's just mundane. It gets boring. Your day to day. So having the routine is great, right? But then sometimes you want to switch it up.
Yeah.
Or sometimes you just don't have the energy. If you have a long day, it's hard to stay self-disciplined and self-motivated.
Yeah.
Right. I've always been the type of person that, especially, back when I was competing and stuff, I've always worked out by myself. I don't like to work out with other people. I'm very disciplined in that sense. I mean, I haven't been recently, but before, that's what I always like to do.
Yeah.
And so I'm a person that likes to rely on intrinsic motivation, intrinsic discipline. That's it. It's really hard to answer that question, because it's just, for me, it's just do it.
Okay.
It's just get back to do it.
Gotcha.
I don't have a grandiose plan. I don't make it like, oh, I'm going to start Monday. It's no, I need to quit being a piece of shit now. I'm going to do it now.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
No, I
That's
got
how
you.
do it.
I got you. No, I like that, because like one of my things is, my motivation to go to the gym is to go with people that will push me even harder. And when I'm like, I don't know if I can lift this. No, you can. Stop being a wimp and just put up the weight. Right. That, and then in between sets, I'm a talker. So I like talking to people. And if I don't have anybody that I can talk to, or just like joke around with, or motivate, I get bored.
Yep.
And when I get bored, it gets boring. And when it gets boring, I'm done.
Yep.
And I think that's where I lost a lot of my motivation in working out and getting healthy and all that. And now I'm trying to get that back. And it's hard.
You're not alone.
Yeah.
Most people are that way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Most people. That's why I'm not a huge fan of group classes, because they're not individual specific. They're not geared towards that individual.
Yeah.
But a lot of people like them because exactly what you just said. They want to have that sense of community. They want to have that, camaraderie when they're working out.
Yeah.
That they just don't get by themselves.
Yeah.
Me, like when I would lift, man, especially when I was lifting real heavy, that's not just for physical That's mental.
Mm.
That is my church. That is my meditation. That is my therapy. Like, I need that for here
Yeah.
just as much as I do for here. You
I
know
got
what I mean?
you.
So.
Yeah. No, I got you. That was a good question. The next question that I had was, how do you actually measure if coaching is working, or is it just feel good fluff? That is a really good question.
I like this question
because this question is kind of like maybe a third question I get about how do I know that it's worth the time, the money, and just the energy that is required for me to put it in. It's working because coaches we create KPIs, key performance indicators, or ROIs, return on investments, for your time and your energy for us. And what we like to do is it only really is measurable if you're honest with your coach, if you're honest with your coach in the aspect of when you begin, where you're currently at. Don't fluff it in the aspect of being like, yeah, everything's great. I'm a 10. I'm fully successful. Nothing goes wrong, because then the numbers and the data is going to be skewed, and that's going to cause you to be like, well, I'm not really getting anything because I started out as a 10 and I'm still at a 10. Where do I go from here?
Give me an example. What's a good KPI or ROI that you like to use with people?
A great question. So what I like to do right now is I like to ask my clients when we start, what are 3 primary obstacles that you are currently dealing with, so we can establish what is currently going on in your life. And then we'll do a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best. Where are you at with your motivation, your ability to follow through with routines? How motivated are you? What's your discipline level like? How's your communication level? And then we figure out all those and we put them in a little like mathematical term or whatever, and it will set you up and be like, okay, well, your motivation is at a 7, but your discipline is at a 4. The disconnect here is, let's figure out why, right? And that's when I dive in a little bit deeper, and I'm like, okay, if you're highly motivated but your discipline suck, what's distracting you? And how do we go the best route for you to succeed on your terms? And that's the whole point about coaching, right? It's not me telling you this worked for me, so I'm going to tell you how to do it. I'm going to say, hey, those open-ended questions of, this is what I'm seeing, this is what I'm hearing from you. How would you like to proceed in the aspect of what fits in your life at that time? Because
Sure.
I don't know everything that's going on in your life. So I can't sit here and say, hey, I need you to read 15 books a month to really get after it. Right. And one of the episodes that we recently released with Sterling, and he said it great, is coaches tend to overpromise and underdeliver, saying that I can give you everything. You give me $15,000, I will take care of all your issues. Yeah, or 80, but you can't, because I'm only as good as you're going to use me, and if you're going to put in the work.
How do you? A lot of that's kind of subjective, right? So if you have someone that's using you for a coach, and like you said, they're a 7 on motivation and a 3 on discipline or whatever, and you do your check-in, I don't know, a month in or 6 months in, whatever it is, you say, okay, what's our numbers now? And you go over those indicators again. And they're like, oh, I'm still a 7 and a 3. How are you like, well, no, you're not. You're this now.
Because what we do is showcase the growth, showcase how.
What do you mean showcase? What do you
like
mean?
Basically, so during the sessions, I'll ask you like hard hitting questions that will really get you thinking, all open-ended questions, right? In the aspect of like, okay, well, if today your discipline and your motivation are skewed the way that they are, what's going on, right? Why is your motivation so high? What's motivating you? What do you want? Well, I want this new promotion. Fantastic. But then why are you telling me that your discipline's so low? Because if you want this new promotion, what do you have to do? Right? And they would be like, well, I gotta do this task. I gotta do this proposal. My boss really wants this task. And I think that if I get this done, I'll be able to stand apart from my crew or my peers. Okay, cool. If you know how to do it, what's stopping you?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you not doing it? Right? And then when they start giving me answers and think about it, this is the part that I had a long struggle with, is sitting in the silence. Because when you answer those open-ended questions and you have them sit in the silence, they start to think about what they said. They start to hear what they said, and then they feel what they said. And then you just simply follow it up with what's next?
Man,
or why?
I can't imagine you sitting in silence.
I drink a lot of fluids. I drink a lot of fluids, but it's good because I love it when people are like, I have this plan, and I'm like, okay, where's the plan at? And they're like in the process. I'm like, no. Did you write down this plan? No, it's in here. It's in my head. Okay. Now what's the plan? And they'll tell me the plan. I'll write it down and take notes, and we'll go off and have a conversation. And then about 10, 15 minutes later, I'm like, hey, but your plan was this. And they're like, no, I want to change it. I was like, the whole point is what I'm trying to get you to do is understand that one, everything is flexible. In the aspect of your definition of success is going to ebb and flow depending on your life, right? Because if you get that new promotion, what's next, right? How long do you plan on staying in that promotion? And then when it comes to measuring it, it's where were you at yesterday to where you're at today to where can we take you to tomorrow? But when you think things and you're like, oh, I'll remember that. And then when you go back to it and try to remember it, it's not going to be the same thing. But if you write it down, then you're like, okay, now I put it pen to paper. This is my plan. This is what I want. Okay, cool. That only takes it a little bit. But then if you take that and you tell somebody that you trust and they're good enough to hold you accountable, now you just added another layer of success to that. Because now if you tell me you want your business in 10 years to be a franchise, and we're sitting at year 5, I'm like, hey, where are you at on this franchise deal? And you're like, oh man, I totally forgot. Why? Because that's what you wanted 5 years ago. That's what you wanted last month. Where are you at? And it's just that motivation of constantly kicking people in the butt. And so the measurable part of it is being accountable, showing them where they're at, where they're going currently, and being able to give them data points based on the client's request.
Cool. So not just feel good fluff.
No.
Yeah, I get that. Cool. All right. So next question is, Tyler, what are your thoughts on the rise of quick fix recovery tools like cold plunges and massage guns?
Ooh.
Helpful or just hype?
Cold plunges all the way.
Oh man, this
especially
is like
after working
Did you
out.
submit this question? This is like a Brandon special here. He's always asking about this stuff. So it depends on the tools, right?
Okay.
So let's I don't know. Let's go over some, right? So we'll go over the first two, the cold plunges and massage guns. Start with massage guns. I love massage guns and hate them at the same time.
Okay.
I think they're useful when they're useful, but
Okay.
I think they're overutilized.
In what way?
What I mean by that is people will have like some serious nagging injuries or muscle tightness and soreness, or they'll have joint issues and they just take a massage gun to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's not going to do anything, right? The way I like to use massage guns is, let's say you're in the middle of a workout and something's kind of feeling like it's a little tight and you loosen it up. Cool. Hit it real quick. Loosen it up real quick. It's very, very massage guns, very, very temporary, right? Great for that. I use it personally in the clinic setting if I'm having a hard time with a certain tissue and it's just not responding to what I'm doing. Cool. I'll grab the percussion gun, the massage gun, and hammer that for a second. And now it's a little bit more responsive. Or it does desensitize tissue. So if I'm doing something and someone's like, oh my God, that hurts so bad, hit it with a massage gun for 30, 60 seconds, go back to it. It's like, oh, it's not so bad now, right? That's how I like to use it. That's how I think most people should use it. As far as sitting at home and just hammering your quads with it over and over and over, you're not doing anything.
Does it help when you complement it with the other tools that you use, like the cupping and that one like pizza cutter?
I mean,
tool?
yeah, but this is more so like recovery tools for yourself.
Okay.
That's not in the clinic. That's a whole different ballgame. I'm talking more of what you can do at home recovery tools, right? Cool. So like cold plunge, we went over cold plunge before where it's useful if you're not using it around a workout.
Okay.
Right. If you're doing it right after a workout, especially a strength training session, you're blunting the signal of the recovery that you need to, the adaptation that you need to send to your body to recover and build more muscle and to get stronger,
Mm-hmm.
right? And to be more resilient for that next workout, which is what makes you stronger and bigger,
Yeah.
right? You're blunting that signal. So now you're kind of throwing away your gains, more or less, right? Or doing it before a workout, because then you're going to go into more of a stressed out state, which is not necessarily good for your workout either, right? So I like it not around a workout on an off day. It's great for recovery. It's really cool in the morning. Like if you need it it's good for cognitive function, really gets you firing and thinking. Like your brain just goes, right?
Yeah.
Because kind of kicks you into a survival mode. Kicks you into that sympathetic, the sympathetic nervous system.
I had someone tell me they like to take like straight up cold showers.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had clients do that.
Absolutely not.
I've had clients. I was training a client for, this person. I was training her for a Ironman,
Mhm.
and part of that is she was going to be racing in a really, really cold river. Like, well, you need to get used to the cold.
Yeah.
So every morning you need to finish your shower. And we worked our way up to like 4 or 5 minutes of ice cold, as cold as it will get. I need you to stay in that shower. Well, we started at like 10 seconds, worked up to 30, 60 seconds, and then gradually went up to 3 or 4 or 5 minutes, whatever it was. And then when she was competing, when she jumped in that river, it wasn't that bad. Because the body
Okay,
adapts.
that makes
You
sense.
build that resilience.
When I was told that someone takes a cold shower, I immediately had flashbacks to showering in Nigeria in Africa, and it sucked because the water was only as hot as it was out in the day. And when that water dripped or dropped below a certain level, then it was just pure like cold water, and you could not heat it up until the sun heated it back up.
This doesn't sound bad. I actually like cold water. I like cold showers.
No, it's what? Crazy.
Yeah.
No, crazy.
Let's see. What's another one?
So is it helpful or is it hype?
Helpful in a sense.
Okay.
Like I said. Yeah. So, and then let's talk about foam rollers. So foam rollers is another one, right?
Yep.
A lot of people like to use foam rollers. I think foam rollers can be useful. Again, almost like the massage guns. I think they're overutilized, and they're utilized improperly. What I hate to see is when I go into a gym and there's somebody rolling around on a foam roller and they're rolling it out like they're rolling dough, just back and forth as hard as they can go and as fast as they can go. That's not doing anything.
So is
doing
it slow and methodical and
It's not even slow. It's almost just sustained,
Okay.
right? So you use them. You should use a foam roller when you find a spot that you're rolling out. You find that spot and you just sit in it, right? If that's your intention. If your intention is to tone down the tissue, you should find a spot that feels like it needs it, like it's sensitive or it hurts or whatever. You lay in that spot for 30 to 60 seconds, whatever it is. Let that tone down. As that starts to subside, then you slowly knead it out like you're rolling out dough. You don't just start with these wide swooping actions, right? It's little at a time. You get bigger and bigger after
Gotcha.
you've had that sustained pressure.
Gotcha.
So I like it. Again, I wouldn't do it before a workout because you're sending a signal to the body to relax,
Mhm.
which is not what you want. You want the body and the nervous system to be responsive. After, post, totally fine. If you need to chill out a little bit after the workout or you had some tightness during the workout, then you want to address it afterwards, go ahead. On a rest day, if you want to use it, absolutely go ahead. If you did your workout in the morning and you feel a little tight in the evening, go ahead and use it.
So if I was to ask you, what is a quick fix recovery tool that is available today that you were like, this needs to disappear? People need to stop using this.
Oh
Is there one that you would lean on and be like, nope, delete, Control Alt delete?
Yes. Yeah. There's one tool. I don't remember what it's called. I hate this one. I think it's stupid. I can't remember what it's called, but essentially it just makes you stretch your calf. It's built for plantar fasciitis and it makes it so you can stretch your calf more. That's
Like a
it.
rubber band?
No, it's more of a canvas and then you wrap it around your foot somehow and it's got a handle and you pull that back and it just gives you a stretch in your calf. For me, it's like you can totally do that without it.
Or just go buy a pair of moon shoes.
What are moon shoes?
Moon shoes? You don't know what moon shoes are? They're the
moon shoes?
Moon shoes, right? Or maybe they're not moon shoes. Maybe they're calf shoes. I don't know. But they're the shoes that are like on the ball of your feet is an elevated like half circle, and so you have to lean a little forward. You know what I'm saying?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I've never seen them.
I will send you an image,
Okay.
but I'm telling
Yeah.
you. So they're shoes, but they're elevated only on the front half.
That sounds stupid.
And people use them for calves.
Yeah, don't do that.
It looks like moon shoes.
Yeah, don't
Not
do
the
that.
cool ones where you put your feet in like a little like bowl and then you bounce like you're on the moon.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about
Yeah,
those.
not that, but like maybe they're not moon shoes. Maybe they're those are moon shoes.
I've seen those.
Yeah, no,
I've seen
I'm
those. I know
not
what that
talking
is.
about those. I'm talking about the half moon.
Yeah, I've never seen them.
So those.
Yeah, I don't know if there's another one that's like completely useless. I think they all have their place. Like TENS unit. You know what a TENS unit is, right?
A what?
TENS unit?
No.
TENS unit is those little shocker pads.
Like to give you a shot of energy, like
No,
electricity?
so you put on you know what an AED is, right?
Yeah.
Like that, but
Oh.
way smaller voltage, right?
Yeah.
So you put that on, it does muscle contractions.
Oh,
back
is
and
that the
forth.
thing that will give me like 10,000 abs by sitting
No,
here
it
for
doesn't
30?
do that. It won't do that.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty sure. Go ahead and try it.
I'm
Let
going
me
to
know
put
how it
in
goes.
Chat GPT and
Yeah, no.
next episode, I'm going to show up with a 20-pack abs.
No, you won't. Those have their place. I think they're overutilized. I think again, you can do more. That just stimulates the muscle. I think there's better things you can do, better alternatives. Compression gear. I do like compression gear a lot. So like Normatec boots and Normatec sleeves.
Do you think the copper is actually helpful?
No, there you go. Complete BS. Absolute BS.
You know how much money
ever-
that company makes though?
Yeah, I haven't. Woo woo.
Copper.
Nothing. Doesn't do nothing. So, you ever seen those commercials when they try to sell it, and or you ever go in a mall? You ever seen this where you go, hey, come here real quick, right? You walk up and they're like, put your arms out, and they push your arm, you kind of tip over, right? And like, okay, watch this. And they put this bracelet on you, and they do it again, and all of a sudden that you don't tip over.
Because you're anticipating it.
That's why. It's nothing to do with the bracelet.
Yeah.
Those copper bracelets are all BS, or any sort of bracelet. That was a big thing back in, was that the early 2000s? It was all over the NBA. It was some crazy bracelet that some dude got super rich off of.
Yeah.
NBA players were wearing it, celebrities were wearing it, and it was supposed to help with energy or
Yeah.
balance or something like that.
Well, when it comes to the health
Complete
realm, that is crazy that like these celebrities or somebody with a huge following, when they say, hey, this works for me, millions of people will buy it just because of that verbal endorsement. But then it comes out and they're like, yeah, I never even used that product.
That, or even if it does work, it works for that person. Well, they're 1% of the 1%.
Yeah.
They're the NBA players, NFL players. They're the most advanced athletes on planet Earth.
Yeah.
You're not an NFL player. You're not an NBA player. If it works for them, doesn't mean it's going to work for you.
Yeah.
You're not as disciplined and motivated and working out with all the technology and science and trainers and equipment that they have access to. You're not doing that.
Yeah. No.
What do you think this little bracelet's going to do for you?
Well,
Nothing.
whatever the commercial tells me.
Yeah.
As seen on TV.
I can't wait to see your abs next week.
So this next question I thought was really good because I think this can actually apply to both of us. But it goes, what's the biggest lie people tell themselves about why they're not successful? The biggest lie that I see that people use, or the excuse that I see people use in the aspect of why they're not successful, is it's not the right moment. They're waiting for the perfect time. The perfect time doesn't exist, right? Because if you wait for that perfect time, how many opportunities are you letting go at your waist side because it's not perfect? Tell you, like, parents will agree with me on this. When was the last time you and your spouse were like, hey, we want to have a kid? And one of the spouses is like, cool, but it's not the perfect time. We don't have the right finances. We're not in the right size home. We're not in our career. So we don't have the ability to really raise a kid. But then when you realize and you have a kid, you're like, actually, it wasn't that bad. It sucked. But now looking back, I wouldn't change it for anything. Right. But the biggest lie I think people tell themselves on why they're not successful is that they're not successful because the time is not right. And that falls into like a gap logic of either the time is not right, it's not perfect for me, or how am I going to be successful because somebody else before me has already done it?
So I think I almost agree with that one more. I like all three of those answers. I do. I almost agree with that third one more, or what I hate to hear is it just wasn't in the cards for me, or I'm not lucky enough.
Luck has nothing to do with it.
Right.
I absolutely hate that excuse.
I do too.
That's like saying, hey, what do you think is going to happen if you take this risk? What's going to happen if you start your own business? Well, I hope I'm successful. Hope is not a strategy. Hope is a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
Right. And hope is like, I'm luck. No, you're not luck. It's just, what are you doing to put yourself out there?
You do or you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
You succeed or you fail.
How many people do we know or have we heard or seen that have those cubicle jobs or just that mundane job, and they're just like, life sucks, I want something more. And then you're like, well, what are you doing to change it?
Yeah.
There's nothing for me to change. No, there is.
Or they blame it on somebody else because somebody else got a leg up.
Because it's easier.
Yeah, exactly.
It's easier. That
victim.
goes into the victimhood. That goes into the preferential treatment. That goes into the privilege conversation. And it's like, no, this is why this is great where we're currently at, right? Because we have an opportunity to be as successful as we want to be, depending on how much energy, time, and investment of our own resources we put into it. And some people will be like, well, if you look at like Elon Musk, he got a huge loan from his parents. If you look at Donald Trump, he had a huge loan from his parents. So that's why they're really successful. And then I look at me and you and I'm like, I haven't got a loan for crap. I've started out with everything on my own and I have absolutely no money in the bank. And I'm like, you know what? I have a great idea. I want to sit on a couch, not be a therapist, but talk to people to motivate them to be better than me.
So you know what's funny about that? Someone asked me the other day, I can't remember who it was. I think it was someone else that's wanting to start their own thing. And they asked me, because I told them, I think if I remember right, I think this is my 6th business that I've started.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
This is only my first.
I've done a few.
Yeah.
Right. Well, like I said before, the average millionaire, self-made millionaire started, it was their 10th business when they made $1 million.
Okay. So you got 4 more to go.
I'm 6 in. So, well, that's the average. Hopefully I'm better than the average.
Well, hopefully, but I'm riding your coattails. So we're millionaires together.
This was number 5 actually. So
this is number 2 then. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
There you go.
I'm number 2.
See, number 2.
Look at the positives.
But I had someone ask me the other day. They're like, "How much loans or how much money did you borrow to start, or was this all out of your pocket?" I said, "Everything I've done, all out of pocket, man. I've done a little bit with a little bit of credit here and there, but I didn't borrow money from anyone. I didn't, take anything from anyone else. It's all me."
I think you get a different sense of those type of business owners that have like the deep pockets to just try willy-nilly versus those that have nothing and they're like,
yeah,
I believe in this. I want to try it. Because when you look at like business owners like me and you, it's not like we're frugal in the aspect of we understand we got to spend money to make money, but we're more conscious about how are we spending the money and how are we spending our times to network, right? And then when you look at people with deep pockets, they're like, yeah, I'll throw $1 million here, $1 million there. I don't really care. It is what it is. And then they're like 45, 50 million in the hole. And they're like, it's time to cut chow. And you're just like, man, if you would have just gave me $1 million, me and you would have been super successful because, I have a different perspective and I'm not in the same realm of understanding, I guess, viewing money the same way.
Yeah, man, you could be 40 or $50 million. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah, we'll be successful.
Yeah. I'm already successful at that point. Right. So it's just funny. I was thinking about it. So if this is, I was actually getting calls for my first ever business the other day, even though it doesn't exist anymore, hasn't existed for years. So me and my buddy, we started a security company way back in the day, Alpha Security. And I still once in a while will get calls for it. Like, nope.
For like deals, like jobs?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I'm like, nope, I don't do security anymore. I'm out of that game. Been out of it for probably over 10 years now. Like, I'm good. I don't need it. Yeah.
No, that's cool. That's cool. It's interesting. When you ask people, why are they not doing what they truly want to do and the excuses that they get?
Yeah.
So what would be your response to that question?
To which one?
Like what is the biggest lie people tell you why they're not successful?
I think it's just not my cards or I'm not lucky enough.
Yeah.
I think that's when excuse wise, I hear the most. I hate excuses. Drives me nuts. I don't want to hear your excuses.
Yeah.
You either did or you didn't.
Yeah.
If you have I was talking to somebody today about it. It's like, if you have a job to do, you do it or you don't. Yeah. I don't want to hear excuses of why you didn't get it done.
The one you brought something up when you said, I don't want to hear why you didn't do it or that you almost did it or whatnot. The first thing that came to my mind are those people that were like, so you joined the military, huh? Yep. How many years you do? 20 years. Man, I tell you what, I tried joining the military, but I was just like, nope, ain't nobody going to tell me what to do. And I'm not taking orders to anybody, but I was this close from joining. So me and you, we're like same, but different. And it's like, we're not same at all.
Did I ever tell you I tried to join?
Oh boy. Did you really?
I legitimately tried to join.
Oh, okay.
No,
I did not.
Me and my buddy, we went into a recruiter's office, tried to join. We were, how old? Like maybe 19, 20, 21, something like that, in that range. And he didn't get accepted because he was too fat. And then I didn't get accepted because I have a broken neck.
Oh, crap.
I was too broken.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, yeah, we don't want you. It's like, oh, man.
No, that's great. But it's funny when people like see you being successful, they're A, going to support you, or B, they're going to be like talking crap because they're like, well, he's not that successful. And it's like, okay, on your terms, but what are you doing? Right? Are you envious? Are you jealous? Or are you just mad because you didn't take that risk that Tyler took years ago?
Man, I'll tell you what, you ever see I don't know if you get this. You ever on social media or you see some of your friends or something like that are in the same industry, and they do something like, man, I wish I would have thought of that first. Yeah. Oh, I have a friend of mine. She knows who she is. She'll be out doing an event or something like that, or she'll come up with something like, why didn't I think of that?
Yeah.
Happy for her.
Yeah.
Love her to death. I hope she's successful too, but I want us both to be successful.
Oh yeah.
When people ask like, do I have competition around here? I was like, yes. And she's a really good friend of mine. She is my competition, even though we're not really competition.
No, I got you.
But she's who I compare and contrast with.
Okay.
Right?
Oh, that's good.
I'm not competing to take clients away from her.
I don't really think
versa.
that. Then I think you need to change it from she's not a competitor. She's a complementer. You guys complement each other.
Yeah. Very much.
Because that's how like I view like all coaches in my industry is I want to work with all coaches.
That's a better way to put it.
I don't care who you are. Like my ultimate goal here in Boise and Treasure Valley is I want to build a coaching hub. I want to build like a round table or a long table, whatever table, bring all different style of coaching and just bounce ideas off, right? To complement each other, because I understand what kind of coach I am. I'm not a processes coach.
So the person I'm talking about, she's actually the one, Emily, that I built up my curriculum with. So we work together.
Yeah.
We work together doing the same thing in the same industry. Yeah. So that's a better way. She's not a competition because we do the same thing, but in a different aspect. Yeah. She focuses on a certain clientele where we focus sort of on the same clientele, but different enough.
Yeah.
To where there's still enough, fish in the sea sort of thing.
Yeah.
But she's the one I'm always watching.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, I wish I would have thought of that. And it's probably the same way.
How many years has she been in the industry?
1 year longer than me.
Okay.
So we actually went through the exact same school. I met her in my school because I was doing clinic, and she was one of my clinic clients. She'd come in and get worked on. She's like, "Oh, this guy's really good." I'm like, "Thank you." And then we became friends. And then she worked at the place where I started my career at. She had left to go open her own thing, and then so she was like, "Hey, do you want a job here? I think you'd be really good here." And so she hooked me up with that job. Yeah. So I followed her there. We've always been like one step in front or behind each other or at the same time.
Yeah.
And then so this advanced training that I got not only like a couple of weeks ago when I went to Montana, but a couple of years ago, she had went through this training 3 months before I did. And I didn't know it until I saw a picture of her I was already signed up to take it just 3 months later. And I saw a picture of her at the certificate award thing. I was like, "Hey, you went through it? How was it?" She was like, "It was the best thing I ever did." I was like, "Cool, good to know." And then we've done a few trainings together when we were over in Eagle. Yeah. So the studio over there, we did a training there together online. And then me and her just went through a training up in Montana a couple of weeks ago. Yeah. And we've done a lot of the same stuff. And so, yeah, it's just been fun for seeing both of us kind of grow and do the same thing. We're both trying to do the same thing. It's been fun. Yeah.
No, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
I found myself wanting to work with people who are in the same industry-ish, like the same vertical, I guess you can say, as long as I have been. But I've been really seeking out those that have done this for 10 to 15 years, because I truly believe that if we don't look up to people who have already trekked this road, not for them to give us the easy path, but to mentor us and guide us on, I think it makes it more exciting too. Kind of gives you that sense of it's not as scary as you think because someone else has already done it, and you can make your own stamp on that path.
I was going to say, what I like to do with people like that, I love to look up to people that have been doing it for 10, 12, 20 years, whatever it is, but more so to see what they've done and how I don't want to follow that or what I want to do different. Because what I do is very different. It's very, very different. And the path that I have set forward for me and my company it doesn't really exist that I know of, right? So it's like, it's cool to watch them do their things. Like, cool, that hasn't been done there. It hasn't been done there. It hasn't been done there. So I can take my idea and kind of run with it.
Yeah. Yeah. I like to make sure I connect with those that have, and as nerve-wracking as it could be to reach out on LinkedIn or Facebook or any type of, if you see they're on a Google business or something, you just reach out to them and say, "Hey, this is me. This is who I am. This is where I'm at in my business. Do you have time, like 10, 15 minutes, hop on a call?" A lot of people will say yes because they want to help people come along, because it's all about the mindset of training your replacement so you can move on to better and greater
I think
things.
Anyone who is worth their weight in salt would do that.
Yeah. And it's happened. Like, I've met a lot of great coaches, and one of the best coaches that I've met here locally that has really helped me out a lot is Allison Dunn. And she's one of the top national executive coaches. And that's a level I want to get to, I believe. But talking to her, I'm like, okay, that could happen if I do certain things. And she's challenging me constantly. And what's cool when you think about it, was someone at that level, at that prestige, she doesn't need to, right? Because she has her own busy schedule. She has her own time. But the fact that she's slicing out time, like 30 minutes or an hour of her time to talk to me, is like, okay, cool. But what I do is I make sure I show up prepared.
Absorb it.
Prepared, absorb, but ask the right questions that
Yeah.
I want to know, as direct as it is.
Yeah.
And she's absolutely amazing. So it's awesome. But you
So
said,
so speaking of Montana,
you said Montana. And before we go into Montana, we got to start with the funny thing of the fact of that you had food poisoning.
so that was after Montana. So I went to Montana, did
So
the
you-
training. I think we
are
talked
you-
about this last
Are you
time.
saying that you got food poisoning during Montana
I
and
did
brought
not.
it to Idaho?
So what happened was, so I had that training in Montana. We talked about it last time, right?
Yep.
And I went, it was really cool. We went up through the Tetons and up through Yellowstone and everything. Well, since we were going up, taking a long trip up, we were having taken food with us for lunch and stuff. So we had taken some sandwich stuff and everything. Go up there, do the training, come back down. Well, I think what happened was, I think some of the sandwich stuff went bad. I think it got hot or something like that. So we get back Monday, Tuesday, didn't have time to prep food or anything. Get back Tuesday, we have a concert that day. Haven't eaten all day, basically. Get home from the concert, and I'm hungry. I'm munching on some salami. Oh man, worst food poisoning of my life. I went to the hospital like 4 days later because
Yeah.
I hadn't slept in 3 or 4 days. I mean, I was dehydrated. I was put a bullet in me. I'm done. I'm ready.
Wow.
I'm ready to go out.
Wow.
It was horrible. I didn't feel recovered till about 2 or 3 days
So
ago.
what did we learn from this situation?
Never to eat salami again.
Well, salami in itself is all right as long as it's
No.
like chilled.
No, I will
You know,
never eat salami.
Why would
again.
you eat warm salami? In the
It
first
wasn't
place?
warm.
It was cold.
It was out of the fridge.
So
when
it
I
must
ate
have
it.
like.
I didn't eat it from like sitting outside in the sun.
Well, that's the way it kind of sounded.
No, it's just at some point I'm assuming it got hot on the trip and
So you went to Montana for that PRC course,
FRC.
FRC, FRC course,
Yeah.
right? And so how was that?
It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
How many people were actually there?
20-ish probably,
Oh, that's cool.
which is a small class. That's a
Yeah.
small class. Yeah. So Emily was there with me. Good class. Loved it. Yeah. Diving deeper into that stuff, but it was really good. But it was a good trip. It was cool to see Montana. My wife came with me. She loved it. One of my best friends, Dom,
Mhm.
he's from Bozeman, which is where it was at.
Oh, cool.
So it was really cool to see his hometown and everything. First time up there in Bozeman.
Yeah.
Really liked it. Really cool.
No, that's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
So out of the the crappiness of the food poisoning, have you been following this whole Epstein file stuff?
So we kind of talked
So
about it
while
earlier.
you look this up,
I already got it.
I
I even
have
looked it up. I want to read you something.
my thing real quick.
Go for it.
This whole notion that he may or may not exist now, or that they're just trying to cover up because they think Donald Trump is on the list, I think is a little bit of bullcrap.
Or that
Because
he was intelligent somewhere.
who, Epstein? Yeah, well, that, and well, he might be a Mossad or whatever, but the fact that Donald Trump could have been on the Epstein list, and that's why they don't want to release it, because they don't want him to be exposed as what Epstein files would, label you as. I think it's bullcrap, because think about it. The last 4 years, the Democrats held everything.
Mm-hmm.
If they had something like tangible
On
on
Trump?
Trump,
Yeah.
it would have been already released. So that notion needs to be
So
put to
why do you
bed.
think he's withholding it?
I think it implicates probably 75, maybe 85% of government.
Why is
And
that a bad thing?
I think it's going to implicate a lot of like our internal 3-letter agencies that is going to be detrimental to national security and how we're able to operate and how we're able to do stuff. Because if it's out there that, say, like the CIA is running this notion of encouraging people to be child pedophiles, I get it. Expose it.
Burn it down.
Burn it down, right? But at the same time, what's the second and third order effect? Are we really able and ready to have that effect if 75% of our government is basically, in most states, especially in the state of Idaho, if you do anything to a child, you
Burn it down.
Hey, you're telling me that if a sitting senator, and actually I agree with this as I'm thinking about it, sitting senator is a child pedo, murder, like not murder, but death sentence.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Burn
Like
it down.
Tim Burchett.
So here-
Tim
so
Burchett
hold on,
says
hold
all
on.
people need to be in a public hanging.
Hold on. I don't.
For the child
death
pedos.
sentence, I don't say yes to, only because it's I have a small
Ooh.
caveat because it's too easy to falsely accuse or falsely convict somebody. That's my only thing with them. Life in prison, okay, because then something can happen down the road. We're like, hey, we have new technology. They actually didn't do it. We didn't kill the wrong person.
But if you have solid, concrete
what's
evidence,
solid evidence though?
logs, videos,
Video is not solid anymore.
back in the 90s,
It was then, but
pictures,
not anymore because AI
witness.
doesn't mean shit.
So the girls that were down there, yeah. See,
Here, people can be convinced to say things.
That's true.
That's the only thing. It's because of AI now. If there wasn't for AI, it's like, yeah, that sounds cool.
Deep
Go for
fakes,
it.
Yeah, deep fakes.
But AI exists. It's like we don't want to walk that line because if we sentence somebody to death that we are 100% sure that did it, and then 20 years from now, I was like, actually, that was AI or that was forged. Then what? Right. So that's my only thing with death and sentence.
Oh, then what? It would be
But life in prison. Whoops. Cool. Life in prison. Go for it. Because then in 20 years from now, I'm like, sorry, I'm back out. Still sucks, but at least they're still alive.
All right, what do you got to read to us?
All right. So I don't know if you've seen this or not. Have you seen his tweet?
Multiple tweets. What tweet are you referring to?
I'm going to read it for you.
When did he tweet it?
Yesterday.
Okay.
Or, July 26th. Is that today?
July 26th? We're not even
July
that far.
16th. Sorry. So I'm going to read this for you.
Okay.
And I want your opinion on it.
Okay.
I'm going to read it word for word. Okay.
Okay.
So the radical left Democrats have hit pay dirt again. Just like with the fake and fully discredited Steele dossier, the Line 51 intelligence agents, the laptop from hell, which them swore had come from Russia. No, it came from Hunter Biden's bathroom. And even the Russia scam itself, a total fake and made up story used in order to hide crooked Hillary Clinton's big loss in 2016 presidential election. These scams and hoaxes are all Democrats are good at. It's all they have. They are no good at governing, no good at policy, no good at picking winning candidates. Also, unlike Republicans, they stick together like glue. Their scam is what we will forever call the Jeffrey Epstein hoax. And my past supporters have bought into this bullshit, hook, line, and sinker. They haven't learned their lesson and probably never will. Even after being conned by the lunatic left for 8 long years, I have more success in 6 months than perhaps any president in our country's history, and all these people want to talk about, with strong prodding by the fake news and success-starved Dems, is the Jeffrey Epstein hoax. Let these weaklings continue forward and do the Democrats' work. Don't even think about talking of our incredible and unprecedented success, because I don't want their support anymore. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Make America great again.
Woo. So if you think that the Epstein,
React.
So if the Epstein file exists, don't support Donald Trump. And
You're
the
not
MAGA
his
movement.
supporter.
Disagree with that.
Yeah.
I think AG Attorney General Pam Bondi, I think she needs to go. I think she completely fumbled it. She fumbled it when she gave those influencers that white binder that said phase 1, implicating that there's multiple phases to it. You spend more time on Fox News and other news channels saying that this stuff's on your desk and you're reviewing it, and the evidence that you've seen is completely disgusting and would make anybody like question humanity in itself. But you're saying now the list doesn't exist.
And if it was a hoax, why did he run on it?
Very
This
true.
is one of the major things he ran on.
Yeah, that they're
That
going to release the Epstein
Everyone,
list.
every single
list.
person that voted for Donald Trump wanted to see.
Yeah.
And now he's called. You're not a supporter of his anymore because you want to see this list.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's the first time I heard that tweet.
Yep.
And first of all, that's way over 120 characters.
They don't have that limit anymore.
Oh,
Elon got rid of that.
oh, thank you, Elon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you for everything you do.
That's what I wanted to bring up because, again, burn it to the ground, dude. I'm so sick. It's crazy. Anyone who idolizes politicians, they need to have their head checked.
Facts.
I don't care what side of the aisle it is.
Yep.
They're not out for you. They're out for themselves. Period.
Okay. I agree with that. I agree with that.
Anyone who wants to be a politician, they do not have your best interest in mind.
I think that will change if they ever get the term limits into practice.
I agree.
So if they do the term limits, I think
Yeah.
that will change the way that because now they're going to have to live under the laws and the rules that they've enacted.
I think term limits, I think lobbying needs to stop.
Yep.
I think anything like that, just put it to rest
Yeah.
and quit. Go back to what it was.
Do
So
you
have you
think
heard-
all this? But do you think all this could be a distraction from something else that's currently happening?
It probably is. Yeah, it probably is, and I don't care because I think everyone wants the truth on this Epstein stuff, and they want it to be out there. Everyone.
I
was.
just don't understand why. Like you said, they ran on it. Cash Patel talked about it. Pam Bondi talked about it. All the high up MAGA people have talked about it, and then all of a sudden they're just like, nothing exists. How can all of a sudden nothing exist?
And that not
anymore?
only does it not exist, if he came out and said doesn't exist, still I'm going to call bullshit on it. But okay, whatever. You're just acting like a politician. Now you're going out and saying, "Hey, you're all a bunch of idiots. You don't really support me. You never really did. You're actually a Democrat."
Yeah,
Dude,
Yeah.
screw you.
that is kind of a slap in the face to
Yeah.
70 million people.
Yeah, right. So speaking of which, though, have you seen that Elon wants to start a third party?
Yeah, the American
The
Party.
American Party.
I don't like it.
Why?
I don't like it.
Do you like the
We are-
two-party system?
Unfortunately, that is the way we are, and until we get term limits in place, we are going to remain a two-party system. And the reason why is a third party system. All that's going to do is pull candidates from one party to the other and allow other people to win.
So
So I think he should have spent his time and energy on primarying people on the right and people on the left to get people who are for an actual balanced budget, term limits, and actually spending cuts.
I don't think you can do that. I don't think you can do it on either side. Here's the thing about it.
third
And
party's not going to work though.
I don't know. But here's the thing. Here's the
Ross
thing about
Perot in the 90s
here's the thing about the two parties, right? So let's say you're a politician. How do you get elected?
by getting the votes.
How
from
do you
the
get the
people.
votes?
Go talk to the people.
How do you okay, then what? You talk to me, then what? You have to promise me something. Right? You're promising me something.
Third party is going to do the same exact thing.
But what if they don't?
Well,
What if-
we
what if
can
they
do
don't?
What if?
What if there's
What if in 2026 in the midterms, all the sitting Republicans who have voted with the Democrats have all of a sudden been like, I'm going to retire and I don't want to do this somewhere.
I think
It's not
if
gonna happen.
there's another option, I'm not saying it's going to win. I just think it needs to happen. I would like to see it happen and just see what happens with it. Now, that being
We've
said,
seen it
do you-
happen in the 90s.
do you know how much money it takes to start a third party?
Probably a crap ton.
$1 billion.
That's crazy.
On-
That right
Do
there
you-
shows you that there's too much money in politics.
Do you know why that there's like good support behind like it might be Elon starting this and everything?
Because it's going to pull away from the Republicans. And
Well,
Donald Trump.
he doesn't have $1 billion, right?
Yeah.
All of his stuff is all non-liquid. It's all into assets and stuff like that. There was a crypto wallet that went online
Mhm.
after decades, and it has billions of dollars of Bitcoin in it
Hmm.
that's been dormant for decades. Now all of a sudden, it's active again.
Oh, wow.
So that tells you it had to be someone who would know and be on this early because it was decades old, right? So they were on Bitcoin early, so they had to be in technology or had the know-how, and then B had the money to not dip into it.
Okay.
Because they haven't dipped into it when it was $1 million,
Yeah.
$10 million, $100 million. It's worth billions now. Now they're just getting into it.
Yeah.
I think it might be Elon that it's his wallet.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, that's a conspiracy. It's like that makes sense because it had to be someone that already has billions. So
Yeah,
it's worth billions.
has
It's
to.
like, no, I'm good. I'll use it when I need to. Like it had to be something like that.
Yeah.
Like if you had a wallet that as soon as they hit $1 million, you're probably touching
Do
it.
you think the crypto, because they just passed something on crypto that made it like not the reserve currency, but something that allows crypto to be a little bit worth more in the Congress or something?
So it's Bitcoin is like the main currency. I think what you're talking about is like the main exchange cryptos or whatever, which
Yeah.
is like XRP and a couple other ones are what the government will like acknowledge or recognize.
but not what backs crypto. Do you know?
Nothing.
Then how does that have its value?
It has a value by people setting the value, basically. So because it's on the what do you call it, the blockchain or whatever, it can't be tampered with or messed with or whatever.
Yeah.
You can't hack it and everything. So it's really just subjective value.
That's crazy.
But so is the dollar.
Well, a dollar is
I
a
mean,
fiat currency,
yeah.
based on
Yeah,
the
which
cost
is
of oil.
It's a subjective currency.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
The only
it
thing
is.
that's legit currency is gold.
Right,
But then
which
again,
doesn't
I guess
really-
technically gold can be subjective,
It's
based
subjective.
on
yeah, everything's
supply and
subjective.
demand.
So another thing we have coming up.
This is very subjective.
What fantasy football?
Yeah.
Why is that subjective?
Because what's the best part of fantasy football?
Winning?
fantasy football season. No, what's
When I
the
win?
best part? No, well, that doesn't happen. What's the best part of fantasy football season? What's the Christmas of fantasy football?
When I make the
Draft day.
championship?
No,
Oh,
draft day.
Yeah, the draft. Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
How do you prefer to do the draft?
What do you mean? Like in person versus online or
Yeah.
something? I love in person. In person's better.
Absolutely.
So we're setting up our league, right?
Yep.
We're doing an in-person draft. We're gonna do it here at the clinic, actually. And yeah, dude, I can't wait for it. It's been years since I've done an in-person draft. I love it so much.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
so much fun.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been years since I've done it in person too, but I've always wanted to do it. But I wanted to do in person, set up the rules that if you lose, you do something stupid, not like degrading or anything,
Yeah.
but something stupid, and then just ultimately have fun, cook out, and like actually get into it. And it's be like a 4-hour draft day. Yeah, dude.
No,
Yeah,
no. Nobody wants to draft for 4 hours.
Are you kidding me? Because we draft for days on your other
That
leagues.
was a dynasty. That's different.
same, but different. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
my god. No, I can't wait. I'm super excited.
In-person draft is the best.
I think it's the best because the league we're doing is 12 person.
Makes me want to watch that show, The League, again.
That's where I started. That's why I started fantasy football.
Yeah.
Love that show. It's one of my favorite shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite character on there?
Taco?
Really?
Easily Taco. Why wouldn't it be? Jean Lajoie? Lajoie? However you say his last name?
Yeah, his BBBC, what was it? BBC Bed and Breakfast, whatever.
Did you ever listen to his music videos?
No.
Oh, dude, he's an early YouTube guy, and he's got some bangers.
Really?
Show me your genitals. Your genitals. Show me your genitals.
I,
Genitalia. You've never heard of that?
No,
Oh,
I'll have to
come
look it up.
on. It's great.
I have to look it up. But the the one song that he does on the show about how the mom and dad
yeah.
met.
Yeah. That's like the first episode.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great.
Cool.
Well, since before we get moving on and stuff, we finally moved into this new space.
Yeah.
This is our first episode in our new space. This is awesome. It feels like
This is ours. We
Good.
don't have to
I think
rely on
we're-
somebody else.
I think we're moving on up to the east side.
I feel like
brother.
big boys.
Yeah.
We're grown ups.
Hey, we might have a knack for this.
We don't
thing.
have to like borrow and beg for stuff anymore.
Borrow, beg, and steal. We're
Yeah.
not stealing nothing.
No, we're here.
But we're
We'll have
enjoying life.
Grand openings coming soon.
Yep.
Soon-ish. We got it. I'm still filling it out. Got a couple more pieces coming out, but
No, absolutely.
we're having a grand opening here.
Yeah.
Probably sometime this September, late
Yeah, this
August,
place
whatever
is
it is.
awesome. No, I like it.
Yeah, so super excited for that. Let's get back into some more of these questions. So we have another one from me, Tyler. What's one non-negotiable in your daily routine that sets the tone for your productivity? So this kind of goes back to that other question. So my non-negotiable is that morning routine that I talked about. That's my non-negotiables. Like wake up and I do my mobility, I do my movements every damn day.
Okay.
Regardless. Yeah.
I
What
like.
about you?
I
Anything?
mean, no. Well, morning routine is very important for you to again establish that habit and change your lifestyle, and for you to recover or do anything. And it's
well, it's not even just recover. It's just to move. It's just to move better.
Yeah,
Like I
just
said,
to
to warm up for the day.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and understanding a routine is a foundation to that to be your successful path that you take, right?
Yeah.
And in the aspect, it's like wondering, how do you establish a routine that works for you, or how do you recommend that people establish their routine to work for them?
Right. Cool. Do you have any morning routine or daily routine?
Yeah, every morning I wake up at 4:45. Every morning I wake up at 4:45.
Sorry, we totally just had someone like come into
Walk
the
in,
clinic
yeah, it was the
and
craziest
startled
thing.
us. So
Woo!
yeah.
But no, it's my routine is 4:45 in the morning. I wake up from 4:45 to about 6. I
I can't believe you wake up at
my
4:45. You're
cup
insane.
of coffee.
That's insane.
I haven't been able to sleep more than 4 hours since 2017, since my dad died. It's the craziest thing. But from 4:45 to 6, I do coffee. I do my journaling at 750 words a day, and then I do some type of meditation just to get my day started and plan out my day. And I've been doing that since 2017.
Yeah, that was pretty easy. That's my non-negotiable.
Yeah. The next question for me was, do I need an executive coach if I'm already successful? Absolutely.
More so.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Because one, if you're successful and you're at the top of something, it's lonely at the top because you can't complain down. You can only complain up. But if you're at the top, who do you complain up to?
Sure.
And that's exactly what an executive coach is, right? It's a venting source, an accountability partner, an advocate, and a cheerleader to cheer you on and kind of be a voice of reason.
Question for you. What kind of clients do you prefer? Do you prefer the ones that are complaining up and punching up, or do you prefer the ones that are already at the top?
I like the ones that are complaining up, like going up the chain. But my favorite clients are the ones that think that what I do is not needed, because I love it when they capture their aha moment within the 90 days of working with me. And they're like, oh crap, I actually did need this, because they didn't see it from that perspective or this approach.
What about, have you ever had a client that thought they were already at the top, didn't have anywhere to complain up, and you're like, but you do.
Yep. I've already made it and all this great
Yeah.
fun stuff. And it's like, cool, you've already made it, but you don't want anything more. And they're like, no, I'm perfectly comfortable. And I was like, okay, well, how long have you been in your last position? I was in there for 15 years. Okay. You got a new promotion and you're doing a new department. Fantastic. What is broke here? And they're like, oh, this is broke. Okay. Do you want to fix it? Yeah. Okay. Now let's work on that. I can help you get the right motivation to say, hey, this is actually broken. Let's figure out if we can change it. Because the worst answer that you can get is, I don't want to change it because it's just the way it is. And that's the way it's always been done. So
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one's actually kind of a tough question for me. So the next one is, Tyler, how do you define success for yourself? And has that definition changed over the years? So that second part, yes, that definition has definitely changed.
Ooh.
I think it may change almost like weekly or daily or monthly.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, currently, I think how I would define success for myself is, I want to be financially stable and financially secure, right? Yes. I want to have the notoriety. I want to be known within the recovery world, right? Industry, not just massage, but recovery, athletic world. I want to be known. But I think for me, success is more so, I want to have, when I have employees, I want employees that they look up to me and they're thankful and grateful to work for Top Tier, and they wouldn't want to be anywhere else. That is successful. They want to be here. They want to be working for the company, and it's provided for them just as much as it's provided for me. I think that's success.
That's cool. That's actually a twofer. I like that question. Whoever sent that in, that's an awesome question, because the definition of success for yourself is a tough one, because a lot of people tend not to want to answer it because they don't want to come off as off-putting and selfish.
Well, a lot of times success is usually like, oh, it's financial, or it's monetary, or it's notoriety. And like I said, I want those things.
Yeah.
But more so, I want the people, the lives that I impact, I want to be impacted permanently for a good thing, like a good reason.
Well, and it's a great question, because I've been told that the way that I'm running my business is kind of ass backwards, and that I'm probably not going to be successful. And this is why. I'm out here truly believing in my mantra that I am a person who empowers connection. So I'm out here looking for who can I connect with whom for them to be the most successful version of themselves. As I'm doing this, I am looking out more for connecting individuals to their success route and help them along their journey. And in the end, people are like, well, how are you getting income? How are you getting the revenue and all this stuff? And I'm like, listen, I truly believe I want everyone around me to be the most successful version of themselves at that moment for tomorrow. And if I can be that conduit to help that happen, then that's my definition of success.
Cool.
Because I know in due time, the guy upstairs, he's going to put certain things in my path that's going to open up doors to opportunities, conversations, seats at tables, that then when I'm ready and my patience has, been going and all this great fun stuff, but my impact and circle of influence has increased, then my success definition is people are comfortable coming to me asking for help. Like, who do you know that I need to know? And they're like, hey, Brandon, he knows people. Go and have a conversation with them, because I love talking to people.
I mean, I tell that to people all the time, like, Brandon's the guy you need to know. Although I'd be remiss if I didn't say, make a comment about how you say people think you do this ass backwards.
Yeah.
I have Danielle in my head saying that's how you kind of do everything, is ass backwards.
Yeah, well, when is life fun if you follow the rules and do it ass frontwards?
Are those people not wrong? I mean, you kind of do everything ass backwards.
No, but it's it's fun, and that makes it exciting for the unknown.
Yep.
My next question was, if you had to teach someone your most valuable life lesson in 60 seconds, what would you say?
Ooh, boy. How do you do that one?
Valuable life lesson in 60 seconds. I would say simple. If you want something, go and work at it. Everything works, but you have to work everything. There's not ever going to be a quick fix, a 3-day plan, a quick money maker. You're going to be a millionaire overnight, because if that was the case, everybody would do it. People are out there to sell you snake oil because they know it's an easy path. So the quick, valuable, most life lesson piece of advice I can give you in 60 seconds is, you know what you want, so go and work for it. And if you don't feel like you can, then reach out to someone who has done it in the industry that you want to do it on, and add them to your mentor list and ask them the questions that you truly want to know. Stop relying on Google to tell you how to be the most successful version of yourself. Google doesn't know.
See, I think for me, it's similar. If I was to answer that question, it'd be very similar. Mine's a little bit more condensed. Mine is, nobody's coming to save you, and just go do the damn thing.
Yeah.
The devil you know is better than the devil you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh man, that was good. That was a good question.
Yeah. Okay. Tyler, what's one lesson you had to learn the hard way when it came to leadership or business ownership?
Ooh,
Oh man.
it's like my realm.
Dude, this one's a tough one, right? I think the biggest lesson for me was being patient, but firm with the people that I bring into the business, that I trust with the business. Right? I need to be patient. I need to know that not everyone's ready to just roll right out of the gate, but I have to be firm with timelines. Right?
Yeah.
When I'm giving the keys away to my castle, like, I got to know that they're going to take care of the castle just like I would.
I can see you being patient, especially with our conversations of you claiming that I'm overthinking. And I think I kind of described it pretty damn well in the aspect of, you're the person that's going to ground us and make sure that everything is like realistically laid out, versus where I'm like, I got a lofty goal. Let's get after it. Like, my biggest lofty goal, like I said earlier, was I want to build a huge coaching hub here in Boise to help coaches be better and help the community be more successful. Right. That's my lofty goal.
I think this is a daily conversation we have.
Daily
too.
conversation.
Daily
Text
conversation.
message,
He's freaking out about something. We need to do something right now. I think the difference is, like, I have huge lofty goals as well. Like, I have lofty goals about what I'm going to do in the industry, what I'm going to do with my company. But I think the difference is you get impatient. You're like,
Very
I
much so.
want this now.
Very much
Like,
so.
hold on, slow down. We're not there yet. Let's do this instead.
I think the reason why I'm the most impatient is because I have had and constantly do have people that say that I can't do it. And so I am a person who is professionally petty, and I'm like, I want to succeed
All in due
because
time.
I want to be like, haha, I told you I can
Yeah.
do it. I'm not a dumbass. I'm not dumber than a bag of rocks.
I think that's one thing that makes us, such a good partnership for this too. Is very much, we both have lofty goals.
Yeah.
And you are way more of the dreamer though, and I'm more of the realist.
That is a combination I think every partnership should have, a
Yeah.
dreamer and a realistic, because if I think where I come in with the dreams is, oh, have you thought about this?
Well-
How do we set this on fire to where we're viral? People are,
Yeah.
we got thousands and millions of views on this podcast, and our businesses are thriving to where we're scaling, and we're like, what the?
So I think that's one of the, we talked about this before. That's having your A to Z person.
Yeah.
And that's you. You're A to Z. Like, okay, we're A. I want to be at Z now. I'm like, hold on. We still got to go through B to Y.
Yeah.
We still need to hit those
Yeah.
steps. We'll get to Z. We'll get there. You'll
Yeah.
get there with your business. You'll get there.
Hey,
But let's,
JD
Hey,
Wentworth,
man.
I want my money. It's my money and I want it now.
yeah. Sing me the song.
Oh, that's funny. All right. The last question I got, and I thought that made me chuckle because I'm curious how you guys answer this as well. What basic life skill do you still Google every single time you need to do it? My life skill that I Google is the temperature of meat, chicken, pork, steak, hamburgers, ribs. What temperature does it need to be at via Google in order for me to serve it? My biggest fear is chicken. Why? Because sometimes when you cut into chicken, it still looks pink. And I've always been told if it has pink, then it's a little bit of salmonella. And if it's salmonella, you're more likely going to fall into like the E. coli and all that stuff and get sick. And I don't want to get anyone sick by cooking for them.
You still have to Google that?
Yeah. What's the temperature for chicken then, smart butt?
165.
No, it's not. Okay, 165. Well, that was an easy one. What's the temperature?
Medium rare steak is 135.
Okay.
And that's the only
Well,
that's the only one you need to know. I don't know what medium or medium well is. I know medium rare
Medium
is
rare?
135 because I
Who
don't
in
care.
the right mind eats their steak medium rare?
You're right. Rare is okay sometimes.
What?
Other than that, if you
Give
want
me a medium
if you
steak.
want more than medium rare and I give you a steak, go microwave
Medium.
it. I'm sorry,
I
I'm not cooking
need
it for
medium.
you.
That's
Those are the
crazy.
only ones-
165? Really?
Yeah.
Man, I always get it mixed. I thought it was 175. I always want it more cooked. I don't want pink. On chicken, I don't want pink.
To be honest, if you know where the chickens come from, you're not going to get salmonella. Like if you're having like good chicken, you
Yeah.
can cook it a little bit under 165.
Mm.
Like I'll usually go for 160. It's still cooked. It's still definitely cooked. It's a little bit more moist at that point.
Oh, interesting.
If I'm serving for myself, if somebody else, I'll go 165.
Okay, I just want to put it out there. This question was supposed to be my question, and you hijacked it to make me look like a dumbass, so I appreciate it. So with that, I got a bonus question.
Okay, yeah.
on this.
Let's go over this bonus
So
question. This is one you threw in there,
This
right?
is the one I threw in there because I kind of want to get a feel for you and for you guys listening out there. What is the one movie that you enjoy that no one else understands why or agrees with you? My movie, and I know people agree
He showed
with
me
this.
clips of this before we started, and it is the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
It is the dumbest, best movie ever, and I've already given it away by giving it that description. But Tommy Wiseau's The Room. You're tearing me apart, Lisa.
You are lying. I never hit you. You are tearing me apart, Lisa.
How was work today?
Oh, pretty good. We got a new client at the bank. We'll make a lot of money.
What client?
I cannot tell you. It's confidential.
Oh, come on, why not?
No, I can't. Anyway, how is your sex life?
Oh, hi,
so
Mark. I did
dumb.
not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
I don't think I have a movie.
Really?
I
Well,
don't-
you did say prior to
I'm
this
not a movie
recording.
person, and then
Yeah.
if it's a dumb movie, I don't like it.
What's a show then?
A dumb show?
Yeah. That you like that people are like, really? If Danielle was here, she would say wrestling.
Okay, there you go. There's my thing. I am a WWE fan, so wrestling's my thing.
Have you liked WWF to WWE, or did you double
I've
dabble
been a-
in
I've been a-
WCW?
I've been a wrestling fan since I was
So it
like
doesn't
6 or
matter.
7 years old.
So you like all the weird
I like wrestling.
wrestling to the little offshoot satellite ones?
I like wrestling.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I saw a funny video of John Cena at one of those punching bags. And he's like, man, I'm gonna knock this out. And he goes there. He's like, bam! I haven't hit anything real in 25 years,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
You can't see me.
Yeah. I mean, it's fun, man. It's entertaining. You ever
But
been
I'm
to
telling
you
you.
ever been to a live show?
Yes.
Oh, they're the best.
When I went to a live show, that's when I realized it was fake.
It's not fake.
And it was when I was 10.
It's not fake.
Oh man. Okay, not fake. It's just it stretches the truth a little bit.
Yeah, there you go.
But The Room,
entertainment.
you have homework. The Room, you got to watch The Room.
No,
By Tommy
I can't.
Wiseau.
I can't.
And then you
I'm
watch
not-
The
I'm-
Disaster Artist with James
the hell is that?
Franco and his brother. It makes fun of The Room. It is hilarious.
Okay, I think I got a movie. Did you ever see This Is the End?
This is the end. That sounds really familiar.
It was with Seth Rogen. It had
Was it-
Danny McBride in
yeah,
it.
yeah. Was it about a pizza and they got high and the world ended?
Yeah.
Yeah. Great movie.
A lot of people hate that
I
movie.
like that movie.
I think it's hilarious.
It is hilarious.
You have to reach out and grab me, you hear? Okay, you take my hand, and I will swing you up. Are you sure? I'm gonna give you my whole weight. I'm gonna reach for you, all right? Yeah. Are you sure you can do it? I can grab you on 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Oh! All right, buddy. Now I'm gonna swing across. I got you, buddy. I don't want to die. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
I belly chuckle laugh. All
I
the
think
time.
it's great.
Yeah.
Danny McBride has like people as like his pets. And
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
But The Room is amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
And like I was telling you prior to the recording, is in Africa we used to do missions and then go back to our MWR tent and always put it on.
That's
It'd
crazy.
be a room movie night.
That's cool.
So, but you're tearing me apart, Lisa.
Well, I think with that, we want to know what your guys' dumb movie,
Yes.
dumb show is that you like that nobody else gets why, and drop it into the comments below. Let us know.
Absolutely.
Thank you for listening to the Synergy Code podcast. If you haven't already, please subscribe and follow us on all platforms. To stay up to date with all things Synergy Code, follow us at the Synergy Code Pod on social media.